Hello and happy spring. Looks like it's getting nice out there. Dom here. Got a really good update down below. I invite you to take time to read what we wrote regarding the ease to Navigator transition. Two big deals. One is that tool has been released, the ease tool to Navigator tool. Unfortunately, of all the cases, like 190 groups that we have on ease, only 4 qualified to use that tool. Part of that reason is because multiple eligibilities cannot be moved over yet, as well as any group with life and disability. So, so the tool really doesn't really work for many of the groups we sell because, we're an ancillary GA. But hey, it's a start. Tammy's checking it out. We're doing our best to see what we can do, and we will keep you updated. The bottom line is Navigator is going to continue to work on that tool. So as it comes, we'll keep on checking it, see how it's going, and then we'll start talking to you guys about moving groups over. There is no end to ease in sight. They originally said they were going to sunset ease at the end of this year. They have pulled that away. There's no date certain for when ease is going away. They said new business for ease should be discontinued by summer. We haven't done new business on ease for a year, but no date certain for ease to just go away. And we think that'll stay out there for quite a long time. Navigator gave a really long, update email. I invite you to read it. We give the chat GPT or Cliff Note version below, those of you who are like me and Gen X. But those of you who want to kind of the bullet points of that email, we put that down below. The biggest thing that I would say is PDF filled forms are coming to Navigator by July, which is incredible. Those of you who are ease users, that was the thing you missed the most from ease, is the ability to complete an enrollment form. It helps so much with Blue Cross and Priority Health doing ongoing membership. And if there's a retro change or something like that, it's just so nice to have that. But the biggest thing that we saw was this AOR situation. Navigator has really kind of come to a place where they said if you take an agent of record on a Navigator case, the group can ask the previous agent to release it to our system, your system, anybody's system. The previous agent can do that. But then Navigator said that their philosophy, they put it right down in black and white, it's down there below in the email. Their philosophy is it's the group's data. That's their philosophy. So if you, let's say you take an AOR, the group asks the previous agent, will you release this to my new agent's Navigator or my new agent's GA's Navigator? If that previous agent says no, the group can then write a letter, which we will get to support, and asking that group to be released to your Navigator or our Navigator. So the bottom line is what Navigator is saying is we believe that this is the group's data, and we're going to let them have it unless there's like a previous written agreement between the previous agent and the group that there's something in place officially that the agent owns that data. But that is a very, very hard line in the sand. In a lot of ways, we could argue up and down, left and right about how we feel about that, but I am happy that there's a rule. As a general agent, it's just nicer to have the playing field. At least we know what the rules are. So I think that's going to make for a better, easier way on these AORs. Below the Navigator stuff, there's a note about March Madness. They're on the 20th of March, both in Grand Rapids and Detroit. Delta Dental is hosting watch parties, open house, come by, have something to eat, drink, win some prizes. Happening in Detroit, happening in Grand Rapids. Our flyer here is the Grand Rapids party. Many of you know about it already. RSVP to that. If you're interested in going to the Southeast Michigan one, send Colin a note, send me a note, and we'll get you connected and hooked up. They'd love to have you. Down below that is a conversation I had with Brian Harmon, good friend of mine. He runs the individual Medicare department for Kaysen Group, and they are an ICHRA powerhouse down there. They don't do ICHRA TPA work, but they do enrollment. So they use TPAs to help agents with enrollment. Very interesting conversation. Unfortunately, it got cut off. He and I got to pick it back up. We had some technical issues, but I thought it isn't my usual podcast with beginning, middle, and end, but just I think it's a good conversation. If you're curious about ICHRAs, still not jumping off the page in terms of competitiveness in Michigan, but certainly we have some expertise and we have access to people with a ton of expertise. So if you want to talk about it, please call me or Colin or Peyton. And then just don't forget, two last things I would say is don't forget level funding. 6171s are coming upon us. Priority Health, Aetna. I know with Aetna, we're about 6 years in now. And I think many times you're like, that group's not going to get through. I'd say keep trying. Aetna's good. They've balanced their rates out. They're actually looking at a rate decrease this summer. We have some really exciting news coming about how quickly we can get quotes to the market. You can see that coming up. We won't talk. We've heard that through some of our interactions with our Aetna people. So that's exciting coming up. We're going to be really good for quicker quotes, but still, they're a great option in the marketplace. I think you just keep trying it. Our average group size is about 20, 30 lives. We do groups above 50, down below 50 enrolled. Priority Health, we do 5 through 5+, really with no IMQs. So that's a really great opportunity and option. Priority Health is going to be releasing 50+ OLFO on 7/1. So we got options for you. Don't hesitate to call one of our reps. We'd love to work with you. And just give us a try. The 3 things we do at BPI, we do quoting, ancillary quoting, sales, and service. We put them on spreadsheets if you want them. We do level funding work for you, and we do a navigator. Those are the 3 things we do at BPI. I think we do a darn good job of it. We have 15 employees now. We have several employees who have 10+ experience as a GA, worked at different GAs throughout their careers. And we're here. We're ready to go. So thanks so much for your time. Hope to see you at one of the events coming up, and hope you enjoy this really nice, lovely weather we have coming. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.